Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is, of course, a brand new week, and that means we've got some new updates inbound for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. In fact, some of our final updates for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone before the quote-unquote end update that's happening on the 16th. We do have a couple of new content updates dropping this week. We also have seen a couple of clarifications and some added updates from Sledgehammer in the back end that weren't really announced in any patch notes or anything like that. So quite a bit to break down today as we do dive into all the update details, all the changes as well. If you enjoy the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. Much love as always to everyone who takes the time to do so. And if you're new here or you simply have not subscribed yet, every single day this is the place to be to stay up to date with Call of Duty. Obviously, Black Ops 6 on the horizon, bunch of announcements, reveals, and of course launch coming up here very soon. So if you want to make sure you are always in the know, feel free to hit that subscribe button and join us on the road to 1 million subscribers. But first up here, let's start with Sledgehammer. Like I said, they've been posting about a couple of minor updates that have gone out primarily in regards to the trick or treat event. They did post over on their Reddit, where they've been super active as of late. Someone was asking about the various pop-ups for this trick or treat event when you go through and you're collecting candy and you're getting all the pop-up announcements and everything. They did say they pushed out a minor update and they've made some player improvements to the collection event. So players are only going to see candy drops from enemies who they end up killing. So you're not going to see the floating little candy boxes or anything unless you actually take out the player yourself. And this means that enemies killed by your teammates are not going to drop any candy cases to, that'll appear in your view. And then also, once you reach the maximum collection limit on your candy and you max out like everything, you get the king size bar filled up and everything, then candy is no longer going to appear to drop. So when you take out players, they won't drop the candy. If you're opening chests or caches in Warzone, those won't keep spitting out candy once you've completed the event. Those pop-ups are only active once you go through and haven't completed the event entirely. You're still progressing through the various tiers. They do also say that all the messages on your screen about buying the SAM operator to increase your candy collection or how close you are on the event, all that stuff that's popping up on your screen is going to be completely erased once you do go through and complete the event. And luckily the event is super easy to complete. I went into purgatory and just went to the safe mode and ran around and opened up chests for like 20 minutes in a row and completed the entire event. Like, it was so easy. But yes, it is certainly obvious that the event is going on because there are pop-ups and announcements and in-game happenings for it everywhere. So just a little clarification on what's going on with that, as well as some minor updates to it as well. But now focusing a little bit more on what's to come this week in terms of content and updates and changes. First up, we do obviously have our weekly update on a Wednesday. This is going to be our week 4 update, which actually is the final major update of the season. Technically, if you were to go through and look at the seasonal calendar, we only have 4 weeks of actual set out updates listed. So with this, yes, we are getting a new set of weekly challenges unlocked. The week 4 and final challenges will be fully available for everyone come Wednesday, which means if you go through and you complete everything and unlock the reward for weeks 1, 2, and 3 previously, then this week on Wednesday, week 4, you'll end up getting that season 6 mastery camo fully unlocked, which of course is a new universal camo. You can put that on any weapon in the game. And alongside that, with the week 4 update, we are going to see a new aftermarket part, the very last aftermarket part, end up releasing, and this is known as the Jack Volstorm. And admittedly, this one is probably going to be a little bit more gimmicky because this is for the Stormender launcher, which is great if you're like the support player on your team trying to take down streaks and stuff like that, but it's not a very lethal option. Here's how they describe the Jack Volstorm though. High voltage electricity is cycled through copper coils and discharged in a lethal bolt capable of hitting multiple targets. So if you remember Black Ops 4, the Tempest Specialist, it might be pretty similar to that, but I doubt it's going to have the same effect of lethality. Like, I don't imagine this is going to be some crazy powerful weapon, more so a gimmicky one you can run around with and lightning shock some guys as if you're Static Shock. If you know, you know. Some of you might be too young, but it'll be a fun one to mess around with. I don't think it'll be a serious one in any regards, however, but the Jack Volstorm and our final season 6 weekly challenges, those week 4 challenges, are coming up on Wednesday. Alongside that, on Wednesday, we're also going to see a brand new event drop, the final event update of Modern Warfare 3 as well. Pretty much everything happening this week is the final one of its own form, if you will. But this week on October 9th, we are going to see the launch of the MW3 Rewind event. And they don't really give us much of a description for this one. They simply say, that's a wrap, folks. Take a walk down memory lane and complete challenges to earn rewards. So there's going to be some set specific challenges for this one. It seems it's not going to be just directly XP based, at least going off of their wording in their description there. And there will be various new rewards to go through and unlock for that. But beyond that, that's going to conclude on October 16th, as are all of the other events. So like the Purgatory event, also concluding on the 16th, the Trick or Treat event, also concluding on the 16th. That is effectively the end date for MW3 and Warzone 3, as we've discussed previously. So only a few days left before MW3 basically is no longer going to see any new updates, going forward. Obviously, Warzone will continue to see some here and there, especially as we get closer to the launch of Black Ops 6 and then Season 1 ultimately with the integration as well. But we are in the closing period for sure for MW3. Outside of that, though, of course, since it is still a routine weekly update this Wednesday, we should continue to see at least one or two more playlist updates. Potentially, we see another one on the 16th, but MW3 multiplayer should see a full-on playlist update on Wednesday per usual. No specifics there. It's really just a wait and see what happens on Wednesday type of deal with their playlist rotations usually. And then for Warzone, who knows? I know, and you know, that the playlists are abysmal right now, but based off of Raven's tweet a few weeks back saying that they're consolidating the playlists as they approach Black Ops 6, I wouldn't expect anything major to change for the Warzone playlists. Last week, we obviously saw the transition over to Vandal Night for Zombie Royale and everything going on there. It switched away from Rebirth, so that's still going to be live, but outside of that, nothing really going on there whatsoever, which, admittedly sucks. The playlists are not good, and it's just a waiting game now of how long are they going to keep this up? Is it really going to be until the Black Ops 6 integration, or are they finally going to say, hey, you know what? We made a mistake. Here's the good playlists back. Time will tell, and of course, if they do change anything, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. There is one more thing going on this week, though, to be on the lookout for, and this is actually coming from Treyarch. They ended up posting a tweet late last week saying, in just 3 weeks, this is going to be you. There's a GIF included playing Black Ops 6 multiplayer. We've got a lot to share starting next week, but this was tweeted last week, so it's this week now. So we've got some new Black Ops 6 announcements and reveals coming up, and I imagine the next couple of weeks are going to be full of these, talking about multiplayer, zombies, general launch, potentially even some Warzone stuff. So lots of reveals and announcements are inbound. Very exciting stuff. Of course, I'll be covering all the major announcements and everything going on there right as they happen. So stick it here for that, alongside everything else going on in COD by, of course, hitting that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be really appreciated. But that is going to wrap things up for this one. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll catch you later. Peace out.